Justice Mittal, eminent jurist, distinguished senior advocate, Mr. Parasharan, eminent jurist, distinguished judge, Justice Kumar, my esteemed colleague, learned Dean, Professor Kumari, my other dear colleagues from the Faculty of Law, my dearest students, the hope of the university and the future of the country, and very special guests who have come here to recruit, to engage our young friends from this university. It is a special honor for the University of Delhi when the Honorable Chief Justice of India and the Honorable Chief Justice of Delhi are together to bless young experts of law to be engaged with eminent employers in the field of law. To be very honest, I have not seen any law faculty in any part of the world where both the Chief Justice of that country and Chief Justice of that territory happen to be together to bless the students. Honestly, a history is being created today. This is history making. And given the overwhelming feelings and excitement of this history in the making, it is not easy to control oneself. But since the occasion is auspicious, one should try to control. Before I touch the subject of today, I would like my august audience to give a standing ovation to Honorable Chief Justice of India and Honorable Chief Justice of India. There is a lot to be shared. There is a lot to be communicated to you. I think a lot about you. I want to communicate a lot to you. Obviously, this occasion is not adequate enough to communicate all those things. Therefore, I shall confine to few aspects. To make the occasion academic, I would like to draw your attention to a very well-known fact that in your courses that you study or that you have studied, you have some compulsory readings, but you don't have compulsory hearings. I would suggest that the speeches of Honorable Chief Justice Deepak Mishra, Honorable Chief Justice Geeta Mittal, Honorable Senior Advocate Parasharan, Honorable Justice Kumar, their speeches of today should be considered compulsory hearings by all of the students. We are lucky that recordings are going on, they are available. They should be placed on the website of the Faculty of Law. And those people who are here, I would suggest when you go back home in the evening, if not today, maybe tomorrow, tomorrow is Sunday, get your parents with you, get your younger brothers, elder brothers, sisters with you, download these speeches and listen to them in the presence of your family, so that the wisdom that is shared by these legal luminaries is not confined to you but becomes part of your family learning. I have learned a lot. In fact, if there is media here, I don't know if it is being covered by the media or not. If they are not covered, or if they are not covering it, they have lost something very special. There are innumerable quotes that should become part of not only legal education, but larger intellectual exchanges and learnings. In fact, if we select quotes of the speeches from the speeches of legal luminaries that have had the opportunity to, and we had opportunity to learn from them, those quotes will pay a lot in life of every one of us. To single out one to illustrate. Lawful opposition is an intellectual relaxation. Honorable Justice Mishra, I invite you to become Professor of Law with immediate effect. Emphasis on hard work, honesty, humility. I am grateful to Honorable Justice Geeta Mittal, Mr. Parasharan, Justice Kumar for emphasizing those lost values in contemporary world. In the world of the internet, cutting, pasting, and risk of being accused of plagiarism is very common. I warn you, be careful about that. All are prone to that risk, including eminent people, particularly those who work with the help of research assistants and associates. Never submit anything in writing to anyone without running an anti-plagiarism software as a matter of policy. A time may come when you have to write a letter to your better half or lesser half and do anti-plagiarism software run. Reason could be that you are writing a letter to your better half and you are excited by the quote of Justice Mishra that unlawful or lawful opposition has something to do with intellectual relaxation and excitement. You wrote that letter to your better half and then it is plagiarized. So be careful. So as a matter of policy, any argument, any submission, any article, any book review, and of course any book should survive the test of not being plagiarized for. Why I said I thought to share it with you, because I'm not sure when I will get next opportunity to share something important with you, so I thought a few things should be shared. Coming to the subject of today, or the occasion of the day, that is Career Summit. I must congratulate the faculty of law, the dean, and other colleagues to think of creating an opportunity for bringing distinguished persons in the field of law to engage with distinguished students of this university and to build bridges by creating employment opportunities. I saw a list in which 23 people are going to be interviewing potential employees. I don't know how many of you are going to be interviewed. Could you please raise your hands, those who are going to be interviewed? The number of people, I just want to see how many of you. And can you just stand up for a second? I just want to see you. Thank you. Please take your seat. I have many suggestions. Not all of them I will share right now because of some reasons. But I have two pieces of advice. One for recruiters. Who are the recruiters? Could you please raise your hand? I understand 23 eminent people are here who are going to recruit our students, including 3 NGOs. I have two pieces of gentle advices for these two sets of people. One is basically a repetition of what my esteemed colleagues on the dais have already told you, that you are going to have a number of opportunities to be recruited. 23 people are going to recruit probably 23 people, maybe 46, maybe not more than 2 or 3, so less than about 100, while the aspirants who want to be recruited are many. So there is bound to be selection. But that doesn't mean that who are not selected today are not good to be selected. And there comes the importance of what Justice Mittal and Justice Mishra said. Don't give up. In fact, when we talk of career opportunities or career summits, we underestimate the potential of the opportunities that exist. I will give an example. I have a friend who wanted to come back to India. He was a professor outside India. He was looking for a job in India. He was getting plenty of offers, but he was not getting the kind of job that he wanted. He wanted to become the vice chancellor of the university, so he did not want to start from less than vice chancellorship. So what to do? They were not easily available. So how to get a job? To get a job, he thought a university should be created. So looking for a job is not available, and you want a job. So how to get a job? You create an opportunity to get a job. This is a real-time story. This is not fiction. What I am trying to emphasize. Today you are a job seeker. When you seek a job, think of yourself as a job provider. And it is possible to become a job provider right now, today, if you start thinking of that. You spend 5 minutes with me sometime and I will tell you how to create jobs. It's possible. I'm in the field of law. And that is true with any field. In the world of www, opportunities are unlimited. There was a time when you needed capital, you needed workers to start an industry. No capital, no capitalism. Today, you can be capitalist without having capital. This is a different world. When Honorable Justice Mishra started his career or others started their respective careers, opportunities were not only limited, the encouragement to think of more opportunities was also limited. Parents were conservative, living with insecurity complex, not encouraging their children to invent opportunities, not to take risks in life. So very limited kinds of opportunities were available in profession at that point of time, in legal profession. Hardly any law firm, had no NGO. There was no NGO in this country which was employing when Justice Mishra started his career, or I started my career. No NGO. In the field of law, there was no NGO in the field of law when we started our career. No human rights NGO when we started our career. Now, you can create an NGO in no time. So you need not to seek a job in an NGO. You can create an NGO and provide jobs to others in your NGO. I know a place, I know a road near to JNU. If you just walk or drive, you find number of NGOs on the same road, and outstanding NGOs, well-known NGOs, and one thing in common, they were created by those who did not get jobs. So, when you are entering job market to seek jobs, keep your potential alive and enthusiasm alive and your thoughts alive that you have capacity to provide jobs to others also. That means those who are going to be selected, hearty congratulations to them in advance. And those who are unlikely to be selected, best wishes to them to have an opportunity to have more attractive jobs in future and also have desire to create jobs for others. One humble advice to recruiters. It may not be possible to provide jobs to everyone because of your limited ambit of work and agenda and plan. But at least one thing you have which is unlimited. And I want that unlimited thing to be used today when you engage with my students, our students. When you engage with a person, assess him or her the way you want to assess him or her. Your freedom to assess your potential employee. Complete freedom to you. Assess accurately. Assess his strengths and weaknesses. And think of a situation that you are not going to recruit that person to whom you are interviewing. So when your interview is going to end, it should not end without one fundamental objective. That is, that I may not be recruiter of this person, but I must be supporter and sympathizer of this person. So every person who is going to be interviewed today, my humble request to recruiters is that relationship may not transform into employer and employee, but it is possible to transform relationship between a sympathizer and receiver of that sympathy and support. Everyone who engages with you should remember you as a kind, nice, generous, helpful person. And I want that relationship to be developed as a matter of policy. We try to do it. A person who meets me for seeking something, I try to convince myself that it's possible for me not to give him or her a thing that he or she is seeking. But at least I have something to offer. In my heart, I should pray that this person should be successful in life, and I should try to help that person to the extent I can help that person. And we have tried to implement that in actual life also, to the extent it was possible. Now, future of career summits. If the number of recruiters are increased from 23 to 230 next year, it is obviously demonstration of success of this initiative. And I hope that this will happen. It is also possible that recruiters are not only from the world of practicing lawyers and NGOs, but recruiters also come from other fields. But the real success I visualize, and I look forward to it very quickly, that when recruiters come not only from India, but also from China, Singapore, and United States. And it is possible. I propose to you that maybe next year or in the near future, have those people listed who are ready to seek jobs, who have capabilities, expertise, energy to be useful to be recruited by a Chinese law firm. Why I am emphasizing it? One should be sensitive to job market. If you want to be sensitive to job market, you should be sensitive to world economy. You should be sensitive to legal structures in different parts of the world. We have three major trading partners in the world: China, United States, European Union. I ask a question from you. How many of you have expertise in Chinese law? How many of you have expertise in European Union law? And how many of you, except for the Constitution of the United States, have expertise in American legal system? Hidden in this question is a critique of our legal education. Hidden in this statement is a suggestion. And hidden in this statement is potential for growth of legal profession in this country. If you want to be counted in world, you should be counted economically and intellectually, and of course morally. If India wants to be superpower, and it wants to be, we have leadership, we have government, we have intellectuals, we have society which want to regain the glory of the past. And since that desire to be superpower and more than superpower is a genuine desire, as it is, then we should prepare ourselves intellectually and professionally for that. And I'm looking forward to that kind of scenario. Our education, our leadership, our academic world should think on those lines. And we will be failing in our duty if we did not change our education, our legal education, to prepare our young minds to be ready to compete at the world stage. We faced this problem in the past. I will give you one specific instance that will underline what I am trying to communicate to you. How many of you have studied international trade law? Please raise your hands. In this audience, I ask once again a question. How many of you have expertise in international trade law? Please raise your hands. How many of you are expertise in constitutional law or you have interest in constitutional law? Please raise your hands. Those who are shy of raising their hands, I know that they have interest in constitution. Why I am trying to emphasize these aspects? More opportunities, more job opportunities will come in those fields where you have not been able to develop your interest so far. And students generally develop interest by virtue of the encouragement of their teachers, their supervisors. And it is incumbent on teachers and supervisors to do research about job markets of today and tomorrow and revise their courses, syllabi and readings and reading list and conduct additional programs in view of what is the need of coming days and coming years. And when we apply this criteria, then there is enormous scope for rethinking of both courses, syllabi, readings, methodologies, teaching tools, techniques, engagements, collaborations. And that is what the need of the hour is. I'm sure the Faculty of Law will rise to the occasion. Faculty of Law has responsibility to excel. And more than that, Faculty of Law has responsibility to help other faculties in the country to excel. It is good to excel in life, but it is no less important to enable others and to help others to excel in life. Won't you like your younger brothers to excel? Won't you like your sister to excel? Since you want to excel yourself, you want your sisters, brothers to excel, then only thing is to think of the definition of brothers and sisters in larger sense, and then you would like to see everybody to excel in life. And that should be the spirit of Faculty of Law at the University of Delhi. I live with this spirit, and I need your support for maintaining this spirit. Thank you.